Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So what I wanted to go over about today was how high rate performance method powerlifting has been working for me. I left Conjugate a while back, and I bought the program from the high rate performance method team, and I have been doing it for the past 8 weeks. Is about to be my 9th week, ending this week, ending basically in about 3 days. So I just wanted to go on a quick overview. I don't really see a lot of videos about it. I do have to get to work, but I'll go over it in just a bit. See you guys in a second. Hey guys, welcome back. This is how the program is laid out. First, you're gonna start with day one. Day one basically is your squats, which is a 3x6. It's not too heavy. Then you have your 3x3s bench, and then you have your accessory work. Then you go home. Workout usually lasts about an hour and a half, sometimes up to 2 hours, because after a while you start accumulating fatigue and you start going into that overreaching level where you're really pushing yourself and everything just starts feeling like shit. Day two, they recommend the rest day, but the way I do it, I just take it straight out. Day two is a 3x5. Again, you have a percentage to hit, and then after that you progress overload for 4 weeks. Day two is the hardest one for me, or day three for if you're following the program consistently. But day two, you will have your squat, then you will have a deadlift variation. So right from the bat, they have you pulling sumo. So if you're a sumo puller, good for you. If you're a conventional puller, it's gonna throw you off because you're gonna be like, okay, so this is my only pull, and then I have to pull again in conventional. Doesn't really make sense for you at first, but it will make sense later on. I can tell you that right now. But first, you start pulling sumo, and usually is with high reps. It's either 10, 15. Then you start doing leg presses, basically your accessory work. Again, very hamstring focused, so you will do a lot of hamstring curls, you will do a lot of glute bridges, and it's just a lot of that stuff that is going to be incorporated. On a Tuesday, normally it takes me about 2 hours, so sometimes 2 hours and a half to finish that workout because it's just that intense. Then day three, you have your accessory work, which is basically back focus. So you will doing a lot of sorry, it's a little hot in here. So you would do a lot of back work, so lat pull downs, bent over rows, you would do curls, believe it or not, tricep extensions, all this bodybuilding work basically. So it's a light day, honestly, because it kind of gives you a break from all that squatting. And I squeeze that bench session in. So the first thing that I do is I do that bench, which is that 3x2, 90%, and you progress that again for 4 weeks, blah blah blah, and you do your accessory work and then you're out. That day usually lasts me about an hour, hour and a half. The only reason it takes me that long is because of the bench session. That's basically it. Then after that, that's your day four. Your day four, that's your 3x4s on squat. Day four, you squat 3x4s, you progress overload for 4 weeks. Then you do your accessory work, again hamstring focused. You do have some curls, you do some back work, and then you do have a bench pressing session again, which is a 3x5. Now this 3x5 doesn't have any percentage. This take it as almost as a bodybuilding type of set, where you would take like a rep in reserve, like a 2 rep in reserve or 1 rep in reserve. You will have something in the tank. You're not really reaching to failure in these, but these will be challenging for you. Then you call it a day. It takes me about 2 hours to finish day 4. Day 5, the hardest of them all. It's basically a max out session. So you will do a 4x3, which it will take you, I believe, is to an 85%. So it is your heaviest session. Again, you will peak that for 4 weeks, and then you deload. But the hardest part is not that. The hardest part of it is basically deadlifting. You're going to be deadlifting on the 2 variations, and you're going to be maxing out on those 2 variations after your squat session. So basically, you have accumulated 4 squat sessions throughout the first week, and then right after that you have to max out. So yeah, you're gonna feel like shit, and I'm gonna tell you my experience about it. 4x3, you're done. Then you max out with conventional first for 2 sets of 1 for your daily max, and I'm going to explain to you guys that in a second. And then you're going to do your 2 sets of 1 for your daily max on sumo. And after that, you do some light accessory work, which I believe is only 4 exercises, and then you wrap it up. That day is the longest one that will take, well, other than day 3, but this one's going to take you a little longer, and you will definitely feel like shit. My first experience with the last day of hybrid performance, it was, how can I put it? It was, it gave me a reality check. So basically, 405, I'm used to, that's kind of almost my last warm-up set, or my second to last warm-up set, right? Let me tell you that the first week that I did the program, I was not able to budge 405 from the floor. I couldn't do hook grip. I put some straps on. I couldn't even lift it with straps. It was just shameful. I couldn't even do it. I tried to drop 10 pounds to it, so I tried to do 385. Could not budge it. Tried to do 375. Could not budge it. Ended up settling with 355. And on sumo, usually my sumo max was 405. I ended up maxing out with 315. So, the program does give you access to a full forum, which you have in Facebook. It's like a Facebook group, basically, that, you know, you can ask for form checks and, you know, ask and everything, you know, what's going on. But the thing is that the reason the program is made is because it's teaching you to pull under fatigue. So what's happening is that you're going to start building a tolerance to it, and then your numbers are still going to go up. It took me about 3 weeks to finally pull 405. I literally felt like a beginner. Like, you know, like I felt like my progress just went downhill, but it was not that. It was basically just, you know, just getting used to that fatigue. And then, you know, the sessions start getting heavier. So, but you start building that tolerance, and eventually your numbers start catching up close to what your real max is, but you won't really know your max until basically you do your first mock meet. If you guys like this channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. See ya.